Welcome back into the Ohio State Football Report. I'm Tom Downey. On today's show, we're looking at some of the top remaining 2026 recruiting targets. On defense, we already did the offensive targets. Now we're looking at some of the bigger names in the recruiting landscape on the defensive side of the football. Folks, we are 373 subs away from 11,000 here on the OSU Football Report. Help us get there, and we can start doing even more videos and maybe get to some watch parties this upcoming season as well. Hit that sub button so you don't miss out. YouTube.com/GoBucks. Let's begin with linebacker, where CJ Santa is the only OSU commit so far at that spot. Obviously, it's going to change. Out of Ohio, Santa is the number 294 ranked player in the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings. So always keep an eye on these. These tend to change. But we're looking at bigger names. And one of the bigger ones who, I think if you had to guess 50-50 one way or the other, Cincere Johnson is maybe one of the more likely targets on this entire list. He remains the Buckeyes' top priority at linebacker. He has been crystal balled, widely predicted to commit to Ohio State. I will make note, by the way, on the updated 24/7 Sports Composite rankings, Johnson is now listed as an edge. He's a linebacker for OSU. We'll mention this a few other times. Like you'll see, linebacker, but he's an edge. Edge, but he's a linebacker. Safety, but he's a linebacker. Or linebacker, but he's a safety. It all kind of blends together, and sometimes stuff even changes, once you get to Ohio State, i.e. TJ Hicks. But he is the number 2 ranked player in the state of Ohio. The 8th edge, but crossed off. I think 71-2 are the numbers that matter there. His final 3 schools, with his decision and his announcement on his commitment coming on June 19th, by the way, are Alabama, Ohio State, and Penn State. Again, general vibes are Ohio State is the favorite here. This is what Cincere Johnson said on the Buckeyes about the linebacking room. They have high production. The things that Lauren Addis able to do with Sonny Styles, Cody Simon, Arvell Reese, it shows. Lauren Addis has been able to come from that program, win the Buckus Award, being the all-time leading tackler for the Rams. It shows that he's done things that other coaches haven't. Clearly valuing the playing experience there gives a big advantage for the Buckeyes as far as I'm concerned. We'll get to some other big names here at linebacker. I at least want to land Cincere Johnson. I think the recruiting rankings are the recruiting rankings. They're not gospel, but you should want to keep as many top in-state recruits as possible. And Johnson is number 2 on that list. He's a top 100 player. If you're Ohio State, there should be some exceptions as to why you're not landing the top 100 players who are also from the state of Ohio, right? Excuse me. So predictions. Will Cincere Johnson commit to Ohio State? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know at the pinned comment of today's show, Y or N. And the Buckeyes are also in heavy pursuit of 2 5-star linebackers, although these might be a bit trickier to land. First up is Xavier Griffin, who hails from Georgia. He's the number 4 ranked player in the state. He is the number 2 ranked linebacker, 27th overall, recently did decommit. But early vibes, general vibes are Alabama is the team to beat for Xavier Griffin. His final 4 are no Georgia, by the way, so wants to go out of the state. I respect that. Florida State, Ohio State, the favorite Alabama, and then Texas. So Griffin is the number 2 ranked linebacker. The number 1 ranked linebacker also hails from Georgia, which is kind of funny. Tyler Atkinson, 5-star, number 9 overall, top-ranked linebacker, obviously, and the top-ranked player in the state. Georgia here is the favorite for Atkinson. That's been not a locked-in-stone thing, but is pointing that direction with the vibes. No commitment date set yet for Atkinson. So again, that would kind of then you miss on the top 2 guys, make Cincere Johnson even more important to make sure you land. Now, I got another new deal alert for you guys, the national championship hat for Ohio State, which I think the white looks really good against the black and gold logo there in the corner, and, of course, the black and red text for Ohio State. Get yours today, chatsports.com/OSU hat. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. Some more national championship gear available and sometimes on sale. chatsports.com/OSU hat. Let's go to safety. The Buckeyes currently have 2 safety commits. acknowledging there's some linebacker safety hybrid stuff just going on in general with this position group here, and even safety cornerback stuff as well. Blaine Bradford, Simeon Caldwell, two guys I really like. They are not done pursuing safeties, though. Another 5-star on the target list here is Jett Washington, which first up, several things indicate this guy might be a great player. First up is the name. Your name is Jett. You're destined to be a great football player. Obviously, Bishop Gorman High School, number 1 ranked player in the state of Nevada. He is the number 4 ranked safety, 29th overall. He's visiting some who's who's in college football. He's got Alabama this upcoming weekend, USC June 3rd to the 5th, Ohio State June 6th to the 8th, Oregon June 13th to 15th. Of note, by the way, for Jett Washington, he is Kobe Bryant's nephew, so you got some good bloodlines there as well. Another 5-star recruit, I should say, is Braylon Womack, number 21 overall, number 2 player from the state of Mississippi, and the number 1 ranked safety as well. Mostly SEC schools in the mix here for Braylon Womack. Florida, Auburn, Ohio State, and Texas A&M. His commitment date is coming up here on August 23rd. So when it comes to 5 stars, how many more will the Buckeyes end up landing in 2026? Let me know in the comments section of today's show. We did linebacker. We did safety. Now let's go to corner. OSU currently has 2 cornerback commits, Jacob Weatherspoon and Jordan Thomas. Can you add another notable one? Some top CB targets to keep an eye on here. First up, Justice Fitzpatrick. He is the number 3 ranked corner. He is 47th overall. And then sound the alarms. I think we have one of the best names you will see in this class, Nascar McCoy. Unbelievable name. I mean, just incredible. I want him solely for the name. Kid's name is NASCAR. How cool is that? Listed as a safety on 24/7 Sports. I think more of a cornerback recruit, though. 324 overall. And then Danny Odem, which, isn't a bad name, but it's no NASCAR McCoy. 448 overall, the number 32 ranked corner in the overall in the 24/7 Sports composites. He is also a 3-star. Now, as of right now, big issue is the complete lack of defensive line commits. So several names we will monitor here and kind of keep our eyes on, because at some point, the Buckeyes got to get something. First up, Luke Wafle, which is also kind of a cool name if we're being honest here. Number 54 overall. He is actually the number 1 ranked player in the state of New Jersey, number 6th ranked edge. Deuce Geralds is next up here, 73rd overall, number 9 ranked defensive lineman. He hails, by the way, from the state of Georgia. Again, also worth mentioning, all of these players on here are listed as based on the 24/7 Sports composite rankings. Jamir Perez is actually from Ohio. He's a 3-star recruit out of Cleveland, Glenville High School, 27th overall in the state. However, in what you could probably consider a surprise, he's actually got a lot of expectations of Florida. Crystal ball is in there for the Gators for Perez. P.J. Dean out of North Carolina, who does have some crystal ball predictions in favor for Ohio State. Wouldn't call it a done deal, though. 68th overall, a 4-star recruit from North Carolina, number 7th ranked defensive lineman on that front. And then there's Carter Meadows, the final name we'll mention here on this list, with the probably going to end up targeting more here. This is the number 1 ranked player in Washington, D.C. Does count separately. Gonzaga High School there. 72 overall, the number 9th ranked edge. Everyone's after him. He does, by the way, have an official visit coming up to Ohio State. 24/7 Sports listed as June 20th. That's the same day as his team up north visit, so keep an eye on that one. Penn State, South Carolina, also all in the mix there. The Buckeyes have to find a way to get some more defensive line help. And I think not just on the interior, on the edge too. Recent years feels like they've missed on some of those guys, and that can't continue to be the case. They have to find a way to land some big-time recruits and not have to lean on a Bo Atkinson in the portal every single offseason.